What's up, everyone? Champions back again for another UFC predictions video. This time for UFC Fight Night, Belal Muhammad versus Gabriel Bonfim. A lot of good fights on this card, a lot of exciting fights. Although I'm not crazy about it the most betting wise, but I can talk myself to a few spots. So, of course, we'll go into what happened for what's going to happen this week or this weekend, as well as what happened last week. So we're first going to go over what happened last week and my results. Overall, okay. It could have been worse. It could have been better. I'm a little annoyed at myself, or not annoyed at myself. I'm annoyed at some of the outcomes, but we'll go into that. First fight of the night, Jacqueline Amarim versus Loma Lugmumi. I'm so dumb for playing Amarim by decision. At the same time, I get my logic because, like, I think she's gonna manage her cardio better. But I mean, I don't know what the hell Loma Lugmumi was doing, trying to mess with her on the ground. She got swept and she got subbed. Fair play, Amarim. My bad for doubting your jiu-jitsu ability to even get the finish. I should just put the money line, but it's fine. Shout out to Amarim. I love her still. Next fight I had to bet on. Where was it? Wow, I didn't bet on much on this card. I was just reminding myself because it's been a bit. Luis Garule, Ray Saruya. Had a little bet on Luis Garule. I wanted to bet him live. I was going to as longer the round one went, but he got finished. And honestly, that's really a big props to Ray Saruya because I think that's like very impressive to finish Garule in that way. I was very, very impressed. On the feet, he looked pretty all right too. So he's definitely made some improvements there as well. So credit to him. Honestly, credit to Ray Saruya. He is so nasty on the ground. To do that to Luis Garule, to me, says a lot. Give Garule another shot. Company man, went on short notice. Give him another guy. Treat my guy well. And that's no big deal. Cody Haddon versus Arichi Lang, Mongolian Murderer. I had plus 5.5 on Mongolian Murderer. It's kind of because I love him. Honestly, that's why it's such a small bet. He got rinsed by Cody Haddon. I picked Cody Haddon, by the way. Cody Haddon is the goods, man. To do that to him, no one does that to the Mongolian Murderer. This guy is the freaking goods. This guy is legitimate champ potential. Cody Haddon's that guy. This guy is that guy. Trust me, he's gonna make his way to the top. So that's the guy to look out for, Cody Haddon. The next one I had to bet on, I think we finally get into Sumo Dwarji. My guy. That's my guy. I am devastated. That was my big underdog bet of the card, and I felt really good about it. And I was feeling really good about watching live, and then Nutshot Perez throwing up spit all over and not able to continue. Oh, it hurts because that fight was going Sue's way. I know the scorecards had round one to Perez, but I really thought Sue won round one. He didn't really get hit by anything, but I guess judges love fighters going forward and throwing at air and hitting air and block shots, to be honest. I guess. But it hurts me because I know now the secret's out on Sue. Sue is so damn good. And you could see the takedown defense on display in that fight, how much better he is in that department. Like, he is so damn good, Sumo Dwarji. He's the goods. He's the goods. I love him, and I already know he's not going to be such a favorable price no more. So sucks, but Sue's my guy still, and I'll probably still be betting in like some of these fights, especially because I do think he could be Joshua Van. Just saying. He's the goods. Yeah. Next fight I bet on Jake Matthews to beat Song Yadong. I had him in like a parlay with Rong Zhu as well as Song Yadong. Yeah, I mean, it was easy work. I cannot believe he did not get the KO. I had a small bet on that. I didn't trust Jake Matthews to do it, and I'm happy I didn't trust him that much because, bro, how did you not KO him? He went hunting for the sub a little too much, in my opinion, and he could have easily got it with like ground and pound, but I guess he didn't really go for it as much. He should have. I don't know, but he made it easy work. Pavlovich versus Teixeira. I had small bets on Pavlovich round one. Just round one, as well as round three decision. As like if it somehow gets out of round one, it's probably going to be a Pavlovich decision. It was round one, knocked him out so quickly. Talented Shara, what are you doing here? Why were you even given this fight? Yeah, that's that. Kaya Sakura, Cameron Smotherman. I had this prop on Asakura rounds 2-3 at plus 1400 on Bovada. It was definitely a price error because Kaya Sakura round 2 was plus 500. That was crazy, and I was really, really hoping on that because that would have been a 10-unit night for me. Alas, no, not meant to be. Cameron Smotherman's chin is too bad to trust for that. That's why I had a good old fight ends by KO, which covers both sides. Smotherman and Kaya Sakura. And Kaya Sakura just hits different. He's at his rightful weight class of 135. Kind of wish I just bet him straight up. I was saying I would too, and I never ended up doing it. Yeah, Kaya Sakura just murked him. Easy work. Next fight I had to bet on, I think it might just be Song Yadong. Song Yadong to win. I had the -5.5. That's what it was. And also I had like 6 strike bet on Song Yadong, but I can't track that here sadly. Yeah, easy work by Song Yadong. Maybe not easy. Round 1 was like really tentative. I honestly kind of thought round 1 should have went to Song, to be honest, because like nothing of any significance really happened from either guy. But Song, I feel like, was the things he did was a little more significant than anything Figgy did. Like, just because he got top position, so what? He didn't really do anything with the top position. Doesn't matter. He gets a sub. He gets him out of there. Good work for Song Yadong. Yeah, Figgy's done at this high level, in my opinion. It was a complete layup of a fight. So yeah, shout out to Song Yadong for getting the job done. And that's that. Let's go through the picks, which went all right. Nothing spectacular. 8 of 13. Talked about this one. Juve Vera. I cannot believe what happened here. I mean, I thought Juve was like, oh, Juve was doing pretty good, and then he just gets caught. What do you want me to say? Angela Hill beats Jingnan Zhang, the Panda. The Panda's washed. It hurts me to say this because I know a younger version of her. She easily wins this fight against, say, a younger version of Hill, or maybe even this version of Hill. The one that fought Angela Lee all those times beats her. This is so sad to watch. She's done. She's not beating anyone of significance at this point. It's sad to see she got into the UFC too late. It is what it is. I'm glad I didn't bet it. Josie Souza versus Meng Ding. I went with Souza, and I don't know why people thought Meng Ding won this fight. I thought this was super clear Enrique. Or Souza, excuse me. He was Enrique before this fight happened. I thought this was like super clear Souza. I don't know what the hell people were watching, in my opinion. I thought that was super clear. Diaz, Yisak Lee. I mean, this Yisak Lee guy is... Both these guys are awful. I will be fading both these guys in the future, very likely. Like, man, bad. Yeah. Mingying Zhang, Alonzo Menifield. I felt so good being like, yeah, I don't feel good about this. Boy, was I right, man. That was like such a bad look by Mingying Zhang. I'm surprised he didn't wrestle. Why didn't you try wrestling? Makes no sense to me. Yeah, Alonzo did his thing. Shout out to Alonzo. And yeah, that's that. Let's get into this card. Kellen Souza versus Ariane Carnelosi. Call me crazy. I'm going to go Carnelosi. I'll go by decision. It could be like a finish. If you didn't know, these two have fought already in the past. So Carnelosi drops her in 6 seconds in that first round, and then proceeds to just kind of work her on the fence and stuff like that, and finishes her late in the fight. Obviously, Kellen Souza, a much better fighter since then. Carnelosi's kind of like, she came into the UFC and it's kind of been stagnant. But I'm gonna be honest. I think there's a little too much recency bias, like here, just a little too much. Kellen Souza is, she is not to be trusted at this number ever. Do not trust this girl. She is dumb. The Bruna Brazil fight, for an example, she could have made that look so much easier, and she made it look so hard for no reason at all. Till like, okay, round 2, round 3. Let me just do this. Let me just hold her against the fence and just do more. It was ridiculous. I couldn't believe what I was watching. You cannot trust this girl. Carnelosi, she looked awful in her last fight against Alan Carr. But I'm going to be honest, if it weren't for that last fight, I'd probably have already bet her already. And I haven't bet her, and I'm considering putting something on her. If I do, it's going to be very small. I don't desire to have too much on Carnelosi. I love Carnelosi, by the way. I just think the odds on this are kind of wild, especially when Carnelosi's getting a matchup with a girl who's probably not going to wrestle her like Alan Carr did, and trying to zap her gas tank like that. So I think this is very wide odds, and yeah, I'm going to probably be on the Carnelosi side pretty small if I am. I will say something like Ketlin, so if she does hurt Carnelosi, because Carnelosi getting hurt by Alan Carr is like an all-time bad look. Like, that's bad. She got hurt by Pierre Rodriguez, who doesn't really hurt people either. So, yeah, the chin's a worry too. If Kellen Souza hurts Carnelosi's club and sub is very alive. So, like, Kellen Souza by sub, I don't think is a bad look if you want to take that direction. But I'm interested in Carnelosi money line as like a small bet. And I'm probably going to keep this card pretty small for the most part, to be honest, because just a lot of these spots I just don't feel that great about. And speaking of that, Chavez versus Eunice Dubin. I'm going to go Chavez. I'm going to go... does she even last around? I don't even know. But I'm going to say, like, you do not trust this Chavez girl. I beg of you, do not trust this girl. Do not do it. She's not to be trusted. She is extremely hittable. She's fought nobody. The only girl she's fought is Montenegro, who is good. I will say, I do think she's pretty good. So, like, that Montenegro fight's the only reason I'm even picking her. Because if she'd even fought her, I'm not even sure if I even feel good picking her. But Eunice Dubin's, like, the worst to ever do it. She is terrible. I'll tell you what, she does have power. She does have power. And this Chavez girl is extremely hittable. She's going to get hit. And if you get hit by this girl, I mean, you might go down. You cannot trust this girl. It's Dubin or pass. There's no other way about it, in my opinion. There is no other way about it. Like, Dubin plus 800 KO. I mean, honestly, that's probably the side if you had to pick. If you had to pick something. Maybe I do that for all the fun in the world, but I don't necessarily suggest betting on this fight, to be honest. I think Chavez is just a little more technical and just probably be fine. I will say I like seeing Dubin training with Pierre Rodriguez. I guess that's like a good sign. You're not training with bums or anything like that. So maybe she's better than she was. I lean Chavez, but dude, do not bet this girl Chavez. It's dog or pass 1,000,000,000%. Do not bet this girl, please. She got dropped and hurt, bloody all over her face in her Contender Series fight. Gets a girl who is good in Montenegro. I do think she's pretty good. But you can't be getting hit like that. You can't be getting hit like that and make me want to bet you at this kind of odds. Just no thanks. It's definitely Dubin or pass. I already said that so many times. Jordan Levitt versus Joanderson Brito. I'm going against the vein again. I mean, this card, I have so many hot takes. And it's like, I don't feel good about many of them at all, to be honest with you. Jordan Levitt. I'm going to go with Jordan Levitt to win by decision. Although I will say, I think sub is live. And I think it's live for both people. But let me get into why I like Levitt. Brito's a dummy. He's a dummy. And he loves to go on the ground whenever he does. I don't get why he does, but he does. He loves that guillotine or whatever. So there's that. I think Jordan Levitt will be ready for that. I think Jordan Levitt's going to be able to get the fight on the ground and keep it there and maintain his cardio and stuff like that. Do something similar to Sabatini-ish, although, like, I know he's not Sabatini, but to be fair, Sabatini made Brito look like nothing at all. If Jordan Levitt, like, I've seen someone make that point. I can't speak. I don't know if it was Pepe Silvia or Liam Pick's fight. Shout out to both of them, who made this point. But it's like, I thought it was a great point where it's like, Pat Sabatini did that and it made it look beyond easy. Jordan Levitt, not necessarily on that level, but it was so easy to the point where a guy with lower level can do something similar, probably still has success. And I think that's exactly what can happen. I think Jordan Levitt, I think it's a good look. I think he gets a job done by getting on top and riding Brito for 3 rounds, if not finding a sub. I think that's very possible. I will say, I wouldn't be shocked if Brito wins a decision, like off of Jordan Levitt making a dumb mistake. It's possible. Jordan Levitt, I will say, I'm pretty sure he's not going to get KO'd in this fight. He's very good defensively, surprisingly. Like, you just wouldn't expect it. He's so awkward. But because he is so awkward, like, dudes who are way better strikers have trouble with him. So I want to mention that as well. I think the leg kicks for Brito could be like a pivotal point for him in this fight, because like in the Jack Shore fight, they were nasty. But I mean, Jordan Levitt knows he's not winning this fight on the feet. He's not winning this fight on the feet. Side kicks and stuff like that, fun and all, but he's going to get this fight on the ground, and Brito is going to welcome this fight on the ground. And because of that, I think Levitt's going to be able to win via out scrambling. I like him at this weight class. I think him at this weight class is good. It's second time at the weight class making that weight cut. I think he's going to be better than he was the first time. Hopefully he manages the cardio well. Yeah, I think Levitt stays on top and wins. But I will say another good look I like in this fight. Fight ends by sub. It covers both guys because Brito loves going for subs. He loves going for subs, and that could be a way of like hedging out of like Levitt in a way. And Levitt kind of a sub guy, so I think it's live for both guys. I will say something else I like. Jordan Levitt decision only because it's like plus 115 on DraftKings. If we go to decision, I guarantee you it's better than 50-50 for Jordan Levitt. Like if we get to a decision, I don't know. I don't think that's like such a great look for Brito. Doesn't mean Brito can't win a decision, but like Jordan Levitt's probably better than this money line, to be honest with you. I think playing it both ways where you can make money no matter what, and it'd be even better yet, fight ends by sub and Jordan Levitt wins anyway. Perfect. Can't be mad at it. So yeah, the only way you would lose is if someone KOs or Brito wins the decision. And I think that's a fine way to play it. So I'll probably be on it in some way. Probably not that big, but I like it. Chelsea Chandler versus Priscilla Cachoeira. Call me crazy. Give me Chelsea Chandler. And I think it's a round 1 KO. TKO because it's going to be ground and pound. Chelsea Chandler, I think her resume is hilarious if you think about it, because the one she's losing to, Norma Dumont, is in like the top 5. Yana Santos, I think, is still in the top 5. And Jocelyn Edwards in the top 5. She's only lost to the top 5 of the division. Let me check to be sure. Yana Santos, number 7. Top 10 of the division. She's only lost to the top 10 of the division, which is hilarious to look at. Or the top 7, I should just say. Hilarious. She's only lost to good girls. Chelsea Chandler, I think she gets this fight on the ground. What I will say, what worries me, Priscilla Cachoeira showed pretty good improved takedown defense against Segula. To be fair, I don't think Segula has the best takedowns in the world. But what I think favors Chelsea Chandler in this matchup is just how big she is. She's pretty big. And she's been fighting the girls who are former 145ers. Norma Dumont fought formerly at 145. Yana Santos, don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure she had a fight at 145. Although she's a 135er. But let me check just to be sure. I'm not just fibbing on that. Catchweight, I mean, I'm not counting that. Bantamweight. Featherweight, there it is, Cara Rosa. I'm not fibbing. She fought at 145 at one point. Jocelyn Edwards fought at 145. Those are her losses. And I mean, these other Josie Ann Nunes fought at 145. These are girls who have bigger girls. Cachoeira, 125er for most of her career. Now at 135. I think that makes a big difference. And I think the physicality is what's going to lead to a Chelsea Chandler W. I like her. And man, the more I've been thinking about it, the more I'm like, man, I should play this. And she's come in like overweight in the past and stuff like that. That's interesting. I think I might want to wait for weigh-ins or something like that to play her. Maybe she wakes weight great and it looks great. I'll be happy. Maybe Chelsea Chandler misses by freaking 10 pounds and I'm happy, even happier. I lean Chelsea Chandler here. I think she gets a job done. And I'm probably going to have, the more I think about it, I'm probably going to have like a more significant bet. Not more than freaking to make 2 units or anything like that. It'd be to make 1 or maybe half a unit. It's somewhere in that range, I'd imagine. I like Chelsea Chandler. I think she gets the job done. Bruno Silva versus Edgar Chairez. I'm interested in Bruno Silva, and I'm probably thinking about betting him. If he has a brain, you go for takedowns. Edgar Chairez, especially rounds 2 and 3, falls over and loves putting in guillotines and stuff like that. Don't work. His guillotine's not even that great. Bruno Silva's better than that. He's the better striker, in my opinion, even. Chairez is a tough customer but man, Bruno Silva, I think, is just so much better. Arguably could have won his last fight. I think you can make an argument for Charles Johnson to win that fight. Looked good against Hyun Sung Park. Joshua Van got destroyed, but no shame. Manel Cap got destroyed, no shame. These are not bad losses by any means. And then Edgar Chairez, who very arguably could have lost his last fight, and practically probably should have. And CJ Vergara, I mean, whatever. What are we doing here? So what? Joshua Van, no shame. He hurt him too. Lacerda, what are we doing? Chairez showed me how, like, I was never high on Chairez. It's like, this guy's actually kind of good. And then I watched that Bunez fight, and it's like, oh, I get reminded why I don't think this guy's that good. I like Bruno Silva. I'll be having some sort of bet on him for sure. Marcus McGee versus John Giannis. I like Marcus McGee as a parlay piece here. I think I'll go sub. This is a fight IQ fight. Marcus McGee, if you go in there and go for takedowns, You wrestled this guy. You have this in the bag because Johnny Otis is not going to have an answer to that. I know Marcus McGee's not really known for wrestling too much. Let me check UFC stats because I know he's done it a few times where he's wrestled. Marcus, good old Marcus McGee. Doesn't do it too often, but he's done it. 14% takedown accuracy. Not in that fight, obviously. Maybe against Jonathan Martinez, he won a... No, he didn't even go for any in that fight. Gaston Bolanos, who's just a nothing on the ground. JP, he just finished it really quickly. He doesn't really go for takedowns that often. 0-6 from Jordan Newsom. Yeah. But, look, I trust the MMA lab, and that's his gym. They're going to tell him, bro, on the feet, this guy has a chance. On the ground, this guy has zero chance. I trust the MMA lab to get it done. Even if it is on the feet, he's definitely not covering his odds. I'll tell you that. He's not covering his odds if he doesn't even try mixing it up. I guarantee you that. But if he does mix it up, he's going to make his life easier. And I think he still wins on the feet because he's fought a much better level of competition and beat them on the feet. He has. Johnny Otis is very nice boxer on the feet and can land good shots. But I'm not sold on his overall game. I think Marcus McGee is just a much better mixed martial artist and has more to his game. So give me Marcus McGee to get the job done. Please wrestle and you make this look easy. I'm going to have a parlay with him with another guy coming up. Matt Schnell versus Alessandro Costa. I beg of you, do not bet Alessandro Costa. He's not to be trusted. I'm going Matt Schnell. Look, I'm not the most confident in Matt Schnell or whatever. I think he's very live to win this fight. Sure, he can get finished. Costa, it's hard. Costa got subs and stuff like that. Tell you what, Matt Schnell plus 115 decision only. Hello, that fight's not. It's at least 50-50, if not towards Matt Schnell. If he doesn't get hurt, because I think if he gets hurt once or something like that, this fight's over. There's no way Matt Schnell's surviving that, in my opinion. I just don't see it at this point in his career. But Matt Schnell, if this fight does get extended, he's got really good minute winning equity. He's actually like a good fighter. Don't forget what he was doing to Cody Durden. He was lighting him up. Joseph Morales, no shame losing him. No shame losing to Nicolau. No shame losing to Steve Erceg. Like, these are like good losses and stuff like that. And Alessandro, he's just not it, man. Stuart Nickel, one of the worst on the roster. He's so bad. Korea, no shame in that, but that was short notice. Kind of got destroyed there. Boras, this is a good one. Jimmy Flick, I love Jimmy Flick. I love him to death. But like, tailor-made matchup. Matt Schnell beat him too. Steve Erceg, no shame losing to Steve Erceg. He did all right in that fight too. I'm just not impressed at all what Alessandro Costa does, and he's not trustworthy at all in terms of like his chin or anything like that. Yeah, I'm interested in Matt Schnell, and I'm thinking of just putting his. I'm definitely going to be in a decision only, but it's like, do I want to bet like the money line? I'm tempted. I am tempted to put like a little bit on it. So I think he's very live to win this fight. I think Costa is just not that good. He is not that good. I wouldn't be shocked at all if the Matt Schnell W. So I'm going to be bold. I'm going to pick him. Don't put too much money on this fight, though. Speaking of, oh my God, no, my hot takes, they keep coming. Iwo Baranowski versus Junior Taffa. Give me Junior Taffa around 1 KO. Now, I will say, if Iwo Baranowski, if he has a brain, it's this. If he has a brain, he goes right to the wrestling and he gets Junior Taffa down. He has zero takedown. He doesn't have zero takedown defense, but he has zero ground game. If you do get it down, he's got a judo background. Use your freaking judo background. Why the hell not? Don't bang with this guy. I think this, if you want to play Baranowski, play him by sub, because the only way he's covering his number is by doing that. But I'm going with Junior Taffa KO1 because I think this guy's fight IQ, Iwo Baranowski, is terrible. Sadly, I love this guy, Iwo. He's fun to watch. He's fun doing what he does, but it's bad fight IQ at the end of the day. I know in interviews he's saying, "Oh, I'm going to grapple this guy. I'm going to show my grappling." Yeah. You could have showed your grappling against Ibo Aslan. Like, that guy is easy to grapple as well. What happened? I'm going to just bang. I think it's different when you get into the cage. Junior Taffa, people are saying, "Oh, he's 7-5. How can you bet this guy?" Junior Taffa's not 7-5 because he's losing because dudes want to bang with him. He's losing because dudes want to take him down. If Baranowski is willing to bang just as much as he did against, what's his name? Austin Lane or Ebo Aslan. He is live to get knocked the hell out. I like Tafa round 1 KO. I think Baranowski sub is an all right look. Whatever that number is. I don't know why Bovada doesn't have that. I think you could probably play both of those and be happy with whatever result happens. That might even be what I do. But Tafa KO, I'm going to play. There's no way I'm missing the fade on this guy getting knocked out because of how he fights. It's just bad fight IQ at the end of the day. And yeah, I'm going to be on Tafa in some way or form. Bryce Mitchell versus Santiago Luna. I am not confident at all in this fight. I kind of want nothing to do with this, but I'll say some things I'm thinking of. I'm going to go Bryce Mitchell by decision. I don't like the short notice for Santiago Luna. I'm not crazy about that for his standpoint. Good wrestler, though. I get the logic from his side. He's a good wrestler. He hits hard. I will say he's got terrible defense, and I think he has a bad chin. I wouldn't be surprised if Bryce Mitchell drops him, genuinely. He dropped Edson Barbosa, which is still crazy to me. But why can't he drop this guy? This guy doesn't have good defense. He can get blasted. Like, that's just how it is. I don't trust Bryce Mitchell's chin at 135 either. I will say that. He took a big knee by Said Nurmagomedov, though, to be fair. Like that knee hurts a lot of people. So, to be fair. Arguably, Bryce was on his way losing that fight until Said lost position himself. So, like, that was close to being lost for Bryce Mitchell. Worth mentioning. I just don't trust Luna, and it's a lot to do with him being so green. Him being as green as he is, he's due for a loss, honestly. I think it's going to be here. I will say, I think Bryce Mitchell's going to struggle early. So I think a live bet on Bryce Mitchell, if you want to get involved in this fight in any way, I think that's the way, because I think Bryce Mitchell needs to cook this guy as the fight goes. He could do all right with kicks and stuff like that on the feet, maybe be like a little karate-ish, but I think he needs to grapple and get this guy on the ground. And I think put him on his back. We've seen looks of him on his back in the regional scene not be the best. Obviously, it's going to be really hard to get there. And that's the thing that really worries me about backing Bryce, because that fact of him being hard to get down there kind of worries me. Because he can get, because Luna does have power. He does hit different. He does hit hard. Just with that comes caveats, because, again, bad defense, stuff like that. But if Bryce Mitchell can get this going, have that short notice effect really take place where he gets gassed or whatever, Luna, I think Bryce Mitchell wins the fight. So, and I think his jiu-jitsu is freaking ridiculous too. It's really good. So I'll go Bryce Mitchell, but I'm not that confident. Faraz Ziam versus Tom Nolan. Talk about parlay piece with Marcus McGee. This is the one, Faraz Ziam. I think Faraz Ziam is so damn good. He is so damn good. This guy is on a championship level trajectory. He is going this way, going up, 29 years of age. Tom Nolan, still very young, 26 years of age, still getting better. Well, I am worried about the size. There's not really being a size difference for Faraz Ziam. He's usually like the way bigger guy. Now Tom Nolan kind of matches him. I just think he's better everywhere, Faraz Ziam. I think he's better everywhere. I think he's a better kickboxer. I think maybe grappling is like a little question markish, but I think Faraz Ziam is still better. Because he's made such big improvements to his game, overall game. I think Ziam gets the job done and does it in like pretty clean fashion. I think he meets these odds, if not maybe like a little higher. Like I said, I think this guy can become champion. So give me Faraz Ziam to win. I like him as a parlay piece. Brendan Allen versus Edmund Shabazian. Also, I have to go through this a little quickly, so let me try and do that. I like Brendan Allen. I'm going to be looking to have some sort of bet on him. Do I like sub? I think he makes a statement with a sub. I think if Brendan Allen gets this fight on the ground at any point and has time to work, I think Edmund Shabazian is cooked. I don't think he's going to be able to come back from that and be able to win. I know Allen gets hurt and stuff like that. I know he's hittable, and like if Edmund lands, he can put him out. I get that. But I think more often than not, Brendan Allen gets the grappling going and beats the living crap out of Edmund Shabazian. I like Brendan Allen here. I think it's a job done and does it like pretty easily, to be honest. And look at the guys Edmund's been beating. Muniz, bad. Petrosky, not looking good. Budka, terrible. GM3 should have. I'd argue Edmund should have won this, but Mark Smith is terrible. I screw you, Mark Smith, for rooting me out a lot of money there. And AJ Dobson, whatever. Like these guys are not anywhere near the level of Brendan Allen. Brendan should be Brendan Allen all day. He's just, if he gets caught, he gets caught. Belal Muhammad versus Gabriel Bonfim. I'm gonna go a little crazy. Bonfim by decision. I think he can win this decision. I know people are bringing up his decision, not decision, his cardio woes of the past, but honestly, I don't think they're as prevalent as I originally thought they were. They showed it very badly in the Dalby fight, but otherwise, like, his cardio has been fine, to be honest. Like, I know the Wonder Boy fight wasn't like the best look, but to be fair, that's Wonder Boy, and I think it's more to do with Wonder Boy's like takedown defense doing him well than it was like Bonfim being tired or whatever. I'll tell you what, it's going to be good for Bonfim. His boxing, he hits really hard. He's kind of nasty in the clinch as well. I think the calf kicks are huge here. And I think the threatening of the chokes matter here. But I will say this, I do not think he subs Belal. And that's going to get into my play of what I like Bonfim. I like KO/decision Bonfim at like plus 190. Or I like that a lot, to be honest. I don't think he subs Belal at all. If he does, it's going to be a club and sub. But otherwise, I don't think he's going to get Belal in a submission at all. I just don't. I think Bonfim is nasty enough to find Belal on the feet. Belal's getting older. He's taking a lot of damage in his last two fights. Had vertigo in his last fight. Bonfim's getting him at the right time and entering into his physical prime. I like Bonfim to win this fight and get the job done. And I think he can KO. I think he can win a decision. If club is subs live, but if I lose my KO decision bet from it, so be it. And yeah, that's it. Let's go through each one. More 6 strikes, more takedowns. Souza, more 6 strikes, I guess. But the more meaningful strikes are Carnelossi. More takedowns, I guess I lean Carnelossi, but I don't feel great about that. Chavez, Dubin, more takedowns, Chavez. I think Dubin's ground game is horrendous. More 6 strikes, I'll go Chavez because Dubin doesn't necessarily throw too much volume. Jordan Levitt, Brito. Levitt, more takedowns for sure because Brito will throw. He will get that. He will just pull, guillotined and stuff like that. More 6 strikes is hard because Levitt usually doesn't get hit. I'll go Levitt, but I don't feel great about that. Chandler, Cachoeira. I'll go Chandler 6 strikes because I think ground and pound's going to be there. And then more takedowns, I'll go Chandler for sure because Cachoeira's not shooting no takedowns ever. Silva, Chires, takedowns all day. Silva, all day. And then 6 strikes. I'll go Bruno Silva. I think he's just a better striker, and Chires is there to get hit. Marcus McGee, Giannis, takedowns. Marcus McGee. Giannis will never shoot takedown. McGee, more 6 strikes. I think is the better, more educated striker. Matt Schnell, Alessandro Costa. I think more 6 strikes. Schnell's a good look. He's always been pretty good at volume. More takedowns. I guess I'll go Costa because I don't think Schnell's necessarily going to be shooting takedowns here. Barnowski, Tafa. Barnowski, more takedowns. June Tafa's never shooting a takedown. And Tafa, more 6 strikes. I think he's just a much cleaner striker. Bryce Mitchell, Santiago Luna. I don't know about 6 strikes, to be honest. More takedowns. I'll go Bryce Mitchell because I don't think Luna really wants this fight on the ground. Why would you? I mean, you can get on top, I guess, but don't even give Bryce a chance. Stay on the feet, I think. Ziam, Tom Nolan, 6 strikes. Ziam. Takedown is interesting because I don't know. Maybe Nolan because I think he's going to go with that approach more, but I wouldn't want that. 6 strikes Ziam, though. Brendan Allen, Edwin Shabazian. I think Brendan Allen, more 6 strikes. More takedowns, Brendan Allen. And I like the takedowns a lot, too. Belal Muhammad, Gabriel Bonfim, more takedowns, Belal. I'm very confident Gabriel's not going to be able to take down Belal. Belal's a really good takedown defense, but more 6 strikes, I'm willing to go Bonfim. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a little bit of a staring match. I will say that. So, yep, those are my thoughts on the card. Let me go through some of the things I'm looking at betting. Carnelossi, in some way, small. Maybe fight ends by KO on Chavez, Dubin. I think both girls are live in that sense. Levitt, Brito, fight ends by sub. Brito, no. Fight ends by sub. Jordan Levitt, decision only. Maybe Levitt money line, but I might just stick with those. Chandler money line, maybe Chandler ITD or some sort of fight ends by KO, or maybe like just an under. But I like the Chandler money line the most out of those. Bruno Silva money line, I'm looking at Marcus McGee as a parlay piece. Matt Schnell in some way, and Matt Schnell decision only for sure. And maybe the money line as well. Junior Tafa KO, Ivo Baranowski sub. Hold on. I got nothing here. Maybe Bryce live. Ziam money line as like a parlay piece. Allen, maybe a parlay piece in some way, or just his money line. surprised the odds are coming down Edmund as much as they are. And Bonfim KO decision. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the card. Thanks so much for watching. We have a big one next week with the Washington, D.C. card. I'm definitely going to get that one out sooner rather than later because I already taped it. I already know what's going on with that. So I have what I thought, my thoughts on it. I'm just going to wait for after the fight night so I can show my results, how they went. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Peace. Have a great one. Check out my stuff at Bet and Me That Tips Champ Bets. So yep. Thanks so much. Have a great one.